Hi guys, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'm bringing you my top 10 movies of 2016. If you enjoy the video, please leave it a like rating. So this is the definitive list of the greatest movies of 2016, and if you don't agree with it, sue me. No wait, don't do that. So, I had this requested and I kind of wanted to do something. I hit 500,000 views. That's crazy, so crazy. Can't believe 500,000 views on my videos. And I wanted to start this whole countdown series. Now, I'm not going to bombard you guys every day with a countdown, but I was thinking if I could produce one a month, that would be cool. What do you guys think? One countdown video a month. And if you guys have any good ideas for countdowns, leave a comment below. I'm sure I'm going to run out after like 2 months anyways. But this one was requested, my top 10 movies of 2016. Now, I do have to add a few disclaimers onto this. First of all, since this channel primarily deals with Blu-ray and DVD releases, we're going to be talking about movies that were released on Blu-ray or DVD in 2016. Not when they hit theaters. I never go to the theaters, like never. I know it's weird for like such a movie collector, film aficionado, whatever you want to call me, to not go to the theater. Theaters are overpriced. I can go watch a movie for the same price I can buy it. I don't have a lot of time to go to movies, to be honest. With my work schedule, having a baby, it's just not something I ever really enjoy doing. I like watching them at home. I don't like going or paying like $50 for some popcorn. I don't even like popcorn that much, So this will focus on Blu-ray and DVD. There's nothing on here that's just a DVD, but Blu-ray and DVD releases. I will leave my full reviews to all these movies in the description. Another thing to consider, most of these movies I only watched once, and it's been many months, so my recollection could be a little off. But let's go through it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it's something super fun for you guys. First up, 10 being the least favorite, 1 being the most favorite. 10, I put Sicario. This is a really interesting movie about the drug trade and drug lords and such in Mexico and their brutality and really how dangerous all this is and the people who are trying to fight back against these drug lords. It has Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin, who, starting out a really good year for him, and Benicio del Toro. I thought they were all really great in these roles. They all did a really good job. And like I said, this movie had some action, it had some suspense, tense situations, gunfights, standoff. But it also, to me, it kind of had a little bit of slowness that brought it down and made it a little too, boring in some parts, and just kind of kept the movie from really elevating it up higher for me. Next up, at number 9, we have Green Room. This one is actually a horror thriller, maybe, but it's about these group of kids who are in this band and they're trying to make some money, and they get this gig at this like Nazi or white supremacist or whatever you want to call them compound, and like one of them is Jewish, and there ends up being a murder, and then the guys kind of panic and they don't want to let the group go. Really interesting, kind of gory in some parts. Has Anton Yelchin, Imogen Poots, Patrick Stewart, and I was really happy to see Alia Shawkat in this one, just because I think she should be in more movies. And I thought everybody did, again, good in this one. This movie was definitely more brutal than I was expecting, and a few of the scenes were very gruesome and hard to watch. But overall, I thought this was a really enjoyable movie. Next up, at number 8, we have Creed, the 50th Rocky movie. This one is obviously a sports movie, and it stars Michael B. Jordan as, what was his name in this one even? It was Adonis Johnson, and he was like the illegitimate son of Apollo Creed, and he wanted to be a boxer, and he goes to the great Rocky himself to train him. It was a great story on this one, really interesting throughout. Kind of that Rocky feel of training and preparing for a fight. And one thing this movie I think did really well is it kept you guessing. It wasn't like, oh, this is going to happen, and it happened. You're like, oh, this is going to happen, and then it didn't. Or, I wasn't expecting the outcomes that happened in this one. And to me, that really took it a little bit above and made it a little bit better. Next, we have 10 Cloverfield Lane. Kind of a mystery on this one. This is kind of a drama, suspense type movie. But a lot of people question what this really had to do with Cloverfield when it seemingly had nothing to do with it. It's about a girl who is either abducted or saved and taken to like a bomb shelter, and kind of you're trying to figure out, and basically this is what it is. Is she being held captive or is she being saved? And that's kind of the whole thing of the movie here. It has John Goodman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and John Gallagher Jr. John Goodman's kind of this. He's kind of really rough and aggressive, and he built this bomb shelter, and he tells her that he saved her. There was a alien invasion or something, and he brought her down here to save her. And the other guy, he helped him build it, I think. And the whole time you're just guessing. You're just trying to figure out, like, because he's like super mean all the time for some reason, but then super nice. And you're just like, man, is it really an alien invasion? Is this guy just crazy? Did he kidnap her? Is this other guy in on it? And it's really kind of a mystery suspense type thing. And it's a really good movie, a really enjoyable watch. The ending kind of leaves it open for a sequel. Now, I'm pretty sure they're making a sequel, but I don't think it's a direct sequel, which is kind of sad. Like, I would like to see where this goes. But definitely another great movie to watch. At number 6, I put The Martian. This is a sci-fi kind of adventure movie where they go to Mars and I can't remember what they're doing there. They're trying to start like a colony or something, and there's like this really bad storm, and Matt Damon gets blown away, and his vital signs computer or whatever gets knocked out, or the antenna. So they think he's dead, and basically they're left with either trying to go get him, or they have no clue where he is, or take off and leave, because if they go after him, they're all going to die. So they end up leaving, and lo and behold, he's not dead somehow. Not sure that it made the most sense, but he manages to live, and he's like, I'm gonna have to science the shit out of this, And so he figures out a way to plant some potatoes and get a message back to Earth. And he's like, they can't get to Mars for a super long time, so he's got to figure out a way to survive up there. It's a really interesting movie, and for what it is, I think they did a really good job pacing it. It doesn't really get too boring or slow, and really probably Matt Damon's greatest movie, his greatest performance. A really good sci-fi movie, and we don't get a ton of sci-fi movies, and they're never this good, So I feel like sci-fi is kind of a dying genre. You don't see it so much anymore, but definitely an enjoyable one. It has Matt Damon the most, but it also has a good supporting cast of Jessica Chastain, Kristen Wiig, Jeff Daniels, Michael Pena, Sean Bean, Kate Mara, the crew and the people back at Earth and stuff. Definitely a really good one. Now for the top 5. At number 5, this was one of my most rewatched movies. I think I watched it 3 or 4 times. And this one might cause a little bit of controversy. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I'm sorry guys, I loved it. That was a really good movie, The Visit. This is a horror, kind of suspense movie from M. Night Shyamalan. And M. Night Shyamalan's always got to have a twist in his movies. And I think that's what kind of made this movie the best. It's not necessarily the movie that's great. It's just that anticipation, that waiting, that guessing, trying to figure out what the heck the twist is. It's about these 2 kids who go to visit their grandparents, and I think they haven't seen them since they were like babies or something, so they don't really know their grandparents. They had a rift with their mom, and she just kind of sends them on a train. And now these kids are probably too young really to be just going off on their own on a train. Like, she doesn't even just go to make sure they get there okay. It's just like, whatever, go, bye. And they get there, and the grandparents are like super nice at first, and then slowly things are going wrong, and I don't know what the deal is. And I think the twist on this, some people said they saw it coming. I call them liars, mostly. Good twist. Really enjoyable movie. I really liked it. The Visit. At number 4, I'm sure a lot of you will have this one higher. I mean, honestly, my top 10, and even especially my top 5, were all pretty hard to put in an exact order. And this one, you know, they could move somewhere on a different day. If I rewatched them all, they might be a little different. But at number 4, I'm putting Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Never being a huge Star Wars fan, I was always a Star Trek aficionado. You know, I always really liked The Next Generation. And I never really got into Star Wars, and I really don't know the movies very well. But this one was a lot of fun. Brought back a lot of the old actors who are super old now, and brought in a new cast, and was really fun. This is obviously a sci-fi adventure, and it stars Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac. But yeah, I really like this one, guys. Where do you guys put Star Wars? I hope it's not number 1. I don't think it was the best movie of the year. So at number 3, now this one was, I moved this one around in my list a few times. I really enjoyed it. I think a lot of people were surprised at how much they enjoyed it. I got a lot of negative comments on YouTube videos, people just saying it wasn't going to be very good. I saw this one in theaters. I really enjoyed it. I think I only saw like 2 movies in theaters all year. This one was one of them. I haven't watched it since I bought it though. But we have Sully, the story of landing the plane in the Hudson River. So it's based on a true story. Stars Tom Hanks and Aaron Eckhart. And it also is directed by Clint Eastwood. And it's really just an enjoyable movie. Like, I don't know why people think it's going to be so bad. After this whole thing happens, there's an investigation. And they're basically out to hang Sully for this whole thing. That's all his fault. He made the wrong choice. And he's just trying to protect himself, his future, and his family. It's really good, guys. If you haven't checked this one out, definitely put it high on your list of movies to check out. At number 2... the other movie I saw in theaters, Captain America: Civil War. Again, this was one where I kind of moved it a few times. I had it lower, brought it up higher. To me, I just love these mashup Marvel movies with all the characters. They're action-packed, they're funny, they have good stories, great acting, great writing, just all around greatly made movies. The solo character movies, I don't care for as much, but these ones, and this was basically like Avengers 3. I mean, they could call it Captain America, but it has everybody, so, except the Hulk. Okay. And Thor, right? Thor and Hulk. So this is an action, obviously. And it stars tons, all the people. Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie, Don Cheadle, Jeremy Renner, Chadwick Boseman, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Rudd. They even brought Ant-Man into this one. I don't know. But I definitely liked it. It was a lot of fun. I didn't care for the whole Captain America Winter Soldier thing. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it because it's been so long since I've seen it. I don't want to misspeak. So now we have my favorite movie of the year. Another one that I rewatched. I think I saw this one 2 or 3 times. And another great Josh Brolin movie, Everest. This one is also based on a true story of a bunch of people trying to climb Mount Everest. Why would anybody even want to do that? That does not sound like fun to me. Like, hey, let's go to this freezing cold mountain that is impossible to climb, and you won't even be able to breathe if you get to the top. But let's do it. It sounds like fun. So it's about these people who I think I already mentioned this true story, based on this group of people who tried to climb Mount Everest, and a terrible storm comes in, and stars Jason Clarke. They have these in a really weird order. Josh Brolin, Tom Goodman-Hill, Martin Henderson. I don't know these people. But just a really good, you know, pulls at your heart type movie with drama and just like good human nature and whatever you want to call it. People trying to help each other. The only thing that kind of really made me mad about this movie was Josh Brolin's character towards the end. It just seems so dumb, but I mean that's what really happened. No offense to the guy who it really happened to, but just a great movie, guys. If you haven't seen this one, it's another one really worth checking out. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 10. I hope you guys don't disagree with it too much. Leave your top 10 down in the comment section below. Thank you guys again for the 500,000 views. What? I'll try to make these top 10s a little better. This is my first one, so give me a little slack on that. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the suggested videos, and I'll see you guys next time.